story, of course, gripped the nation since the ITV drama Missed Debate versus the Post Office, which exposed the catastrophic impact the scandals had on people's lives. So as I said, the inquiry continues today. The focus so far has largely been on the Post Office itself, but the faulty IT system at the heart of the scandal, this Horizon system that was provided by the UK arm of the Japanese tech giant Fujitsu, will also be looked at. And of course, Fujitsu's UK headquarters are right here in Bracknell, where it employs thousands of people, and I'm sure many people locally will be worried about how this might impact their future potentially in the area. James Sunderland is the MP for Bracknell, joins me now. Morning to you, James.
Good morning.
So I know you made a statement in the Commons on Monday, didn't you? What was said there?
Well, I basically asked the government for 4 assurances. I'm very pleased to say I've got all 4, which is namely that the full compensation package should be paid quickly as possible to all of the victims, that all wrongful convictions need to be overturned, that we must hold to account all those who are responsible, whether they're from Post Office, Fujitsu or elsewhere, and also that the government needs to conduct its own review on the judicial system that presided over these appalling miscarriages of justice.
And as the MP for Bracknell, and I mentioned there Fujitsu's UK headquarters are right there in Bracknell, do you feel you're having to tread lightly on this? You know, are there concerns that if Fujitsu comes more under the spotlight, that might sort of complicate things?
Not at all. I mean, Fujitsu happens to be in Bracknell. It could be anywhere. I am absolutely clear that those responsible need bringing to justice, and I want to see criminal prosecutions brought for all those who are involved, all those who are complicit, all those who are negligent. And what happened was an absolute outrage, and my heart goes out to all of those affected, and we must do everything possible now to impose restorative justice on those who need it and bring those to the courts that were responsible for the crisis.
If, though, say there were a scenario where, and I know this would be potentially long-term down the line, Fujitsu was sort of removed from any sort of contracts, that would have an impact locally, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. I mean, the bottom line is Fujitsu's got 7,000 employees in the UK. Many of those live in Bracknell. And, of course, most of those 7,000 people had nothing to do with the Horizon system at all. So what we do need is a sense of balance. What we have to do is to allow the public inquiry to continue. We have to allow the integrity of the police investigation to continue. Seeking to remove Fujitsu from Bracknell when it employs so many good people locally is complete nonsense. So we have to adopt a sense of balance here. We've got to expedite justice. That must happen. These people must be brought to the courts and prosecuted. But by the same token, we must not throw the baby out with the bathwater.
And as this sort of thing has evolved in the last week or so, so many people have come forward with their stories. What have you learned locally? You know, what's been the reaction from people locally?
Well, I've got a bulging inbox right now, and I'm always very happy to respond to correspondence, and I do. Part of the job of being an MP, and I take it very seriously. So there's rightly concern after the ITV programme. There's also people that want to see justice brought very quickly. I'm entirely with them. I've concurred with almost everyone that's written to me so far. But I've also got 2, to my knowledge, former employees of the Post Office in Bracknell who have asked to see me, and I think they're affected by the crisis. So I'm going to be helping them get through the system. We're going to go after the compensation that I think they deserve. And if anybody else is out there listening, wants to come forward, please do. I'll be delighted to talk to you.
Okay, James, thank you very much for that. That's James Sunderland, MP for Bracknell.